What's up, my lovely people? It's Alex from SC. Let me just turn this radio off. How are we doing? Apologies for the late video. I'm a few days out. It is Thursday night. Just about Thursday night. What we got going on? Well, Snap on Tuesday, been and gone. Didn't do anything, just paid my bills. Same flyer as we had last week. I noticed the comments actually about, you know, one of the flyers being good, one of the flyers being bad. Somebody liked it, somebody didn't. You know, that's cool. It's everyone's different, you know, preference. There wasn't much on it for me. But that said, you know, some people like that kind of stuff, some people don't. So what we got going on? The shop. Let me just show you this because it's an absolute tip at the minute. Junk everywhere. Got a big job in. There's like speakers and stuff all over the floor here. I've had my router station working. My head looks really red, doesn't it? I'll tell you about this in a minute. It's quite funny. Got the router station going. Just making some templates for the Ford Galaxy. What basically happened, this is a customer who is from Focal. Those guys make some really nice speakers. He basically is part of the name audio. It's kind of like all the same brand, different sections, car audio, home audio, that kind of stuff. Approached me and asked me if I could do an install in his car. So we got all the stuff from his work, all the products which you see down here on the floor. Some really nice mid-range woofers, tweeters. We're putting in an underseat sub. Reverse camera, that's already done. So the camera's already in there, just in there. We're putting a Pioneer stereo in it and something quite cool. So they're the stock door speakers. Now they're not as bad as most actually. These are polyurethane, they're plastic, not like the paper variant that you usually get indoors. But we've got the dash-in pieces at the minute. This one's kind of fun because the mid-range is actually down here in the door and the tweeter's actually there. So when you're kind of wiring up like a component set and a crossover, it kind of makes it hard because you've got to split the door. Sometimes they're in the door, like the back ones. So we've got the tweeter up here, obviously the mid-range down there. That one will be easier, but I'm kind of tackling the hard stuff first. So what I've done with me new router table, we fashioned some templates. The standard speakers, I've hacked these up trying to make templates and stuff. We were trying to build spacers. Where are they? Trying to put some spacers in the car, some rings, some MDF rings to try and get the speakers to fit. But the basket on these new Focals is quite big. Just get one of these out for you. So that's the new one. So the problem we were having is the depth of this magnet here was actually fouling on the window regulator. All the spacers to pull the speaker out of the door, all it did basically was bring it in line with the door card. We trimmed the back of the door card, cut all the plastic ringing off, trying to give it some more space, but either way we went, it wasn't enough at the back or it was too much at the front. So with my contact adhesive and my router table, we fashioned the new Focal tweeter in the dash just here, and I'm just kind of sorting out all the wiring and stuff for the car. He's having like this is their like little preamp, so this will go in the front of the car. That's takes a feed out of the head unit, boosts it and then sends it out, but it's a small little unit, but with some good capability to give some good sound. So what I've actually done is leatheretted a little speaker build in the door. The door has been dynamatted, so the door is now sound deadened, but what we've actually done is I've kind of followed the lines in the door of the pocket, trimmed and rounded off a kind of fascia plate, if you would, for the speaker, trimmed it in leather, and obviously now we have a speaker in the door. It's into the car, so the sound will be nice and clear, but we're not worried about obviously the exclusion of it hitting the window regulator. The window will still operate up and down, but we get like this nice little kind of rounded over edged woofer or mid driver in the door. So that's kind of cool. Under seat sub, we're going to go with, oh, let's turn him over. Sorry, he's upside down. We're going to go with this one here, a little iBus 20. So it's I think it's a 10 or an 8-inch, something like that. But that's going to sit underneath the seat, give the car some mid bass, and then obviously a four-way, so front and rear components in the car to give it mid and treble. So you may ask why I look like a gooseberry. Look, I match my Snap-on t-shirt pretty much. This little puppy, naughty Lotus. What basically happened is I took the car, we finally got everything kind of sorted with the engine wise. I had some bleeding issues with the clutch line in the back. One of the gaskets for the slave cylinder failed and it shot fluid everywhere, so we had to change the brass O-rings, re-bleed the clutch because it is a motorsport clutch. It is really heavy, and I have now developed a leg like Popeye. But basically took it around the corner, put it through an MOT, it passed with flying colours. The guy pretty much said to me, there's no point in testing in it, everything looks new. He said it might as well be a new car, which is cool. But it passed on everything, exhaust emissions, braking, lighting, everything was a go. So Lotus was kind of good, ready for the road. I have a photo of this pretty much 5 years ago when I took my little girl Faith, my first kid. I took her out in it when she was a baby, but we've obviously since then had another child and she hasn't been in it. So I wanted to take her to school in it this morning. Went to school fine, went to the post office this morning to tax the car, and then the immobiliser cut out. So the alarm was working, but the immobiliser blocked me starting the car, so I had to get it recovered. And I sat for a long time in the sun, waiting for the truck, and promptly ended up like a lobster. So be safe in the sunshine, kids. Get some, hat, sun cream, that kind of stuff. I didn't intend to be fair, and that's why it kind of stitched me up a little bit. But other than that, the Lotus is running. It's running well, well, was running well. I've got the information from Cobra, so I'm going to keep the alarm, but I'm going to disconnect the immobiliser and bypass it, because it's quite a common thing on these for the immobiliser to fail. And then we're all set for the Lotus show on Saturday. It is nearly 12 o'clock at night. I've been working all day. I probably look a bit tired, but either that or the sun in the corner. But I need to get this car finished. So we've got this one to do. I've got a Porsche in first thing. Then I've got an Astra, Vauxhall Astra for stereo. So this is being collected tomorrow. This needs to be done tonight. So I am here for the long haul. I'm going to be here till it's done, which probably means no sleep. But the joys of running your own business. So I wanted to kind of touch base with you, show you what was going on, have a little chat. Any comments and whatnot, put them in the comments down below, and I will try and answer questions and whatnot as and when I can. Other than that, I'm just chilling with the spiders on my CCTV. Bloody things, always setting off the motion detection. They do love setting off my cameras. You can see the top screen. See the spiders up there? Yeah, they build webs in front of the infrared because it's warm at night. But I'm going to go and get my duster out and clean all the cameras off and ruin their fun. But I'm going to go now because I need to crack on with this. So snap on Thursday, very late, time-wise, and me being late. But I will catch up with you soon. If you need any questions and whatnot answered, give me a shout. I will try and do my best to answer them. And that is it. See you soon, guys. Take care.